Sussex Tech's Jordan Welch has been one of the most exciting athletes of the 2025-26 Delaware track and field season. Welch is a jumps extraordinaire. He high jumps, he long jumps, and he triple jumps. He's been in the sport since his sophomore year, when he was cut from the boys basketball team at Tech. But he really took off his junior year, when after overcoming a series of injuries, Welch won the Division I long jump at the state meet. He's taken things to another level as a senior, adding the triple jump to his menu for the first time. At the indoor track and field state meet, he won the triple jump and placed in the top 3 in the high jump and long jump. That earned him boys MVP, named the top track and field athlete in the state by the state's coaches. In outdoors, he's been a threat to take down the state record in any of his 3 events. John Carroll of Tower Hill has held the high jump record at 6 feet 11 and a quarter inches since 1981. Welch could also take down the long jump record held by Middletown graduate and Olympian Marquise Dendy of 24.6 and a quarter, or Dendy's triple jump mark of 58 and 3/4. I spoke with Welch about his start in the sport, how he's developed in all 3 jumps while managing the physical toll that they demand, and how he's looking forward to this year's state meet and what he hopes to accomplish before the end of his time in Delaware before he goes to college at Delaware State. Here's my conversation with Sussex Tech senior Jordan Welch. All right, Jordan Welch is here, the triple jump, long jump, high jump extraordinaire from Sussex Tech, and most recently, you can add boys indoor track and field athlete of the year to his accolades. Jordan, thanks for hopping on, man. Appreciate it.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Pleasure to be here, man.
We talked about this a little bit at the banquet, but I was hoping you could share with everybody here too. Tell me a little bit about how you first got into track and field and when this kind of journey all started for you.
Um, Getting into track, it wasn't like my main thing. I wanted to play basketball. Like growing up, my dream was to be like a basketball player. And when I got to high school, it was supposed to be smooth sailing. I played basketball my freshman year, but my sophomore year, the coach, he had cut me because I couldn't make it to one practice, but I couldn't make it to that practice because one of his athletes been taking me and he couldn't go that day, but he cut me instead of the athlete. And I was like devastated because I wanted to play basketball. But my friends, they was like, bro, you should really do track because they already knew I jumped high. So they knew I could do some type of jumping event. And I went out to do track, got hurt, came out junior year, and then just skyrocketed after that.
I was snooping on your Instagram after I messaged you for this, and I saw a bunch of box jumps that you had
Oh
done.
my gosh, that's
Tell me
in
about
my
that a little bit.
in my prime. So I say in my prime because that's when I used to box jump for real. I would box jump because the school record for our box jump was like 66. And I thought it was crazy because I thought 66, who did that? And it was a baseball player that did it. And I'm like, I could do that. So all last year, this when I last year outdoor, all last year I was just box jumping like almost every day, trying to beat 66. And I ended up box jumping 69 inches. And I was like, bro, that is like crazy. And I wanted to do more to try and attempt 72. But like 72 is so high off the ground. Like if I was already falling off 69. Like when I couldn't clear it, I would like slip and fall back. So my friends was like, bro, 72, we can just wait till after outdoor to start attempting it again because they didn't want me to fall back and like injure myself. But box jump, I feel like box jump helped me transferring over from basketball to track because basketball you don't have to jump like that. Like your body position, you don't have to be like knees to the chest. You don't gotta be like that. But the box jump kind of correlates to like the long jump and triple jump landing because you gotta bring your knees to your chest. So I feel like that really helped me out. Jumps in general.
Was there with any of these jumps, but I'm specifically thinking about box jump and when I've tried that, is there a mental block of like if maybe you're able to get your feet and your knees to that level, but you know that you could slip and fall, or is that
Mhm.
not, were you able to kind of clear that mentally when you first started doing that as part of your training?
When I first started box jump, I think it was 54. 54 was like to my like shoulders, and I was already like, bro, this is like kind of high. But after I got past like 54, I was like, my brain would just forget like the height because I knew I had to bounce. It was just all about when I could do it. So like, I feel like when I got to like 66, it is to a point where like if you compare your height to it,
Right.
you start getting in your head. But if you just forget the height, forget where it's at, it's just a number. That's when I started like not PRing, but that's when I started like clearing 60 consistently, and then I got to 69. Same like I think me doing that correlates to high jump. That's how I did 6'10". Because after I got past 6'8", I wanted to compare my height to the bar so bad, but I already knew if I did that, it was going to like just get in my head. So I waited till after the competition to do it.
You mentioned before, so you started sophomore year, and
hmm
then junior year was I think the year you kind of broke onto like the scene as a contender statewide.
Junior, that's when I was coming off injury. Like I slightly tore my hip flexor and my Achilles was just over it. That's because I was like over jumping, overworking. But so after I came off injury, it was like I felt like superhuman. Like I didn't get hurt like before, so I could really jump. And I had a good coach, Coach Bree. Before she left, I had Coach Bree, and she was just giving us like good workouts, and those workouts was like really helping me like progress in jumps. Even though there weren't jump workouts, it was a lot of like conditioning. Like I was running a 2 mile, but I was like it was training the lactic acid. So like now I don't really. So I feel like those workouts that she was giving us weren't like really great for jumping, but I made it
Sure.
work. And since my body wasn't getting hurt as much, I was already like, oh yeah, I can jump because like I just needed to tell myself that oh I can go out here and jump this distance without having to be like oh, I never did this before, or I never did this distance before. There's better people. Because the comparison issue with me is like so bad. Like I could see like when Cole, um,
You're talking about Jaheim Cole, just for
Jaheim
everybody who's
Cole,
listening from
oh my
Dover.
bad, my bad, my bad.
Yeah.
My boy Cole, my sophomore year jumped like a 22. My head, I didn't know what a 22 was. But when he jumped it, he was like out the pit. So I was like, bro. And I was like, man, I had never jumped 22 before. This training, I didn't feel like at the time, I didn't feel like that training was gonna give me the 22. I get to, I think it was a conference meet. I jumped 23 for the first time, and it felt like it just felt like a regular jump. It felt like an 18, like not like an 18. It felt like a 20. Turn around, look at the mark. It's 23. So I'm like, and my coach was like, "See, I told you." She's not a man, but she was like, "I told you all that running, all that running." And I was like, "Man, there ain't no way." So I feel like the training she gave really helped my body, like foundation wise. Like it started a good foundation. So next year was this year, my body was just like, oh yeah, we jumping now. And now it's just skyrocketing after that.
So you feel like coming into this year, okay, maybe I'm not going to do as many of those 2 mile jogs, but I have that athletic, foundation where I can withstand more of the jump work because
Yes.
you've talked about how strenuous that can be.
Mm,
And we haven't even talked about adding on triple jump yet to your menu, but even just the high jump and long jump, causing some of the aches and pains. You felt
mm.
like you got a better foundation after junior year.
Yeah. I feel like I think of it like a building. Like when I first started jumping, like the higher the building, like the wind, you can see it shake. But I feel like transferring over after junior year, I really had like a set foundation. Like no matter how much wind, I'm still as long as I don't over jump or overwork myself, injury is like I'm not saying it's impossible. It's like very subtle. Like I can like sprain my ankle and it'll heal, but like other than that, I don't see like major injuries. If I be smart about it, I don't see major injuries like coming soon.
So at the end of this junior season, we're talking about you jumped 23 feet, 8.5 inches in long
hmm
jump, which jumped you up to number 5 on the all-time list outdoors. So then, the natural question becomes, okay, what's next after that? You decide to add on triple jump
hmm
senior year. And not only do you start in that event, that's the event you end up winning out of your 3 at the indoor state meet. Walk me through that process of, okay, going into it and saying, I'm going to do triple jump. And then not only that, but how does this, relate to high jump and long jump and managing that schedule throughout the season as well? Because it's not, you see a lot of guys do long jump and triple jump or high jump. You don't see a lot of people doing all 3.
So it kind of went from ask Cole, Gene Cole, should I learn triple? Because I thought triple was cool. Like the way it looked, it was like poetry. So I'm like, oh my God, I gotta learn it. And he told me no, because like I feel like he was saying no because he didn't want to see me get hurt. Because like most people when they learn triple, they get hurt. And I was like, man, coming to indoor season, my school finally was like, oh, we brought indoor back. I wanted to learn triple as like a workout because like the single leg strength. I was like, if I can work on the first phase, because that's jumping off the same leg. I jump off the same leg on every jump, my left leg. So I was like, man, if I could learn triple jump, that's gonna build up my single leg strength. And my friends were like, bro, you doing all 3 jumps would be crazy. Not like they didn't see me not doing like being good at triple jump, but like if I was good at triple jump, it'd be crazy if I just did good in all of them. So I kind of seen it like oh, it's a goal. Like I was like, I gotta be good at triple jump. I wanted the goal. was to, oh, I gotta jump 45 first track meet, 47, did that. Skipped, actually, I skipped 47, went straight to 48. Don't know how that happened that day. And I was like, man, now the new goal is 50. And I just seen it as like being smart. Learning triple jump really showed me that like I can't just jump how I was jumping last year. Like I could just jump, get off the track and feel fine. Triple jump woke me up because it realized like it was a different movement. It's very demanding. So I was like, okay, so I gotta be smart of what I do. And I couldn't do all three jumps in one track meet. Like I already knew all three jumps in one track meet. I wasn't gonna be able to walk off. Like fine, like I got energy
Sure.
left, but I don't know. I don't know.
When you started triple jump, it is a lot of technique compared
Hmm.
to long jump, where a lot of times guys who are fast and athletic can get into long jump and do pretty well pretty soon. Triple jump, there's a lot that goes into it. How did you first go about learning the technique, and how did you feel your technique progressed? Just going from the beginning of the season to February when you won triple jump at the state meet indoors.
Um, When I first started, I thought the first phase, I still think this, the first phase is one of the most important phases. Cause like it's the transition from the first to second. That's what like I thought that was so important. So I was watching people like Pablo Pichardo because he has a crazy first phase. Like his first phase is like so high, and then his second is just like speed. Like you just see the speed boost. So and there's another he's in college. His name is Trey Betts, but Trey Skywalker on Instagram. He has a crazy first phase. So all the people I was watching, they just had a crazy first phase. So I'm thinking, I gotta get my first phase like this. So I was working, and I already knew I had to pop up. Like I already knew I had to pop, like because I had like long jump and high jump. So I was like, I just gotta be able to manage it and survive. That's what we call it. We just the prey phase. We don't call it first phase at my school. We just call it the prey phase because my pop. If I really get good at it, if I survive, the whole jump is great. So I was learning how to be balanced, learning how to the hip flexibility, the quad strength. Like it was just muscles that I didn't think I would need for triple jump that were really like sore, like holding my quad. I don't even know how to explain it. Like you standing straight up and you stick your like leg out like this, like one leg straight and one leg. I don't know how to explain it, but it's like standing like this uses
I'm
so
following
much
you. Yeah.
quad strength. I didn't even realize how much quad strength they use until I was trying to do it. And I'm like, bro, I can't even hold my leg out straight without my quad feeling like it's about to explode. So it really showed me that like, oh, I need to work on this this piece, not being in the weight room, but like isometric and plyometrics, because the isometrics like help strengthen, tell my body that it's okay to be in this position. And the plyometrics was just applying the force in this position. So that's one thing that really helped me not say like progress because like I'm still working, but like it
Sure.
helped my body be like, oh, it's okay to like land and push more force out of like this position. Because long jump, you just run, boom. High jump, same thing, you run, boom. But triple jump is like three jumps. So your body's like when you start, I think that's why people get so hurt. Because their body, they try and rush their body's like, bro, we never did this before. What are we doing? Get hurt. Then they like, man, triple jump not for me. But like, I feel like slowing down, like actually not rushing it, because I was at first rushing the PR because I was like, man, I need to jump 48. I need to jump this. I need to jump this. But like, as soon as I realized I need to stop chasing the number and work on the form, that's when I started to see progress. When I started.
At the state meet, you did all three.
Hmm.
You placed in the top three in all three. You won the triple jump, like we mentioned, and you had to do two of them at the same time, pretty much, back and forth. Just walk me through your approach to that day. Knowing what the schedule was going to be at the state meet, knowing who you're going up against. You mentioned Jaheim, Jamar Taylor from Sally's had jumped six
Hmm.
eight, had a really good season on the high jump. A bunch of other guys really strong in long and triple jump. So walk me through that day coming into it and then ultimately how it unfolded for you.
Walking into it, I was already not feeling myself because I was sick. Like I woke up the day before the meet sick. Like I woke up nose was stuffed. And I'm like, bro, what are the chances I get sick before the meet? And I was like, it's all right. The adrenaline gonna carry over. I'm gonna feel fine. I'm like, usually this is don't do this. Any athletes watching, don't do this. Before meet, I'll eat and then don't eat throughout the track meet. Stupid. Coach, man, we're gonna get to that. So I'm going throughout the track meet. Triple jump, I feel fine. Like you can see my posture, like I'm still
That
sick.
was the first one. Yeah.
Triple jump was first. Got through triple jump, survived. Survived. Got the long jump. I'm cooling. It takes my body a long time to warm up, but I start feeling dizzy. I'm like, bro, what's going on? I'm sick, didn't eat, but I was drinking water. I go to Coach E because I'm telling him, I'm like, Coach E from Middletown. I'm like, yo, Coach E, bro, I'm about to pass out. He's like, did you eat? No. He started spazzing on me because I didn't eat. He's like, bro, you were athlete doing 3 jumps and you not eating. And I was like, I usually don't eat like during a track meet because like I feel like my head is weighing me down. So I'm like, my body already got energy. And I told him I was already sick. So he's like, you sick and you not eating. So he gave me a peanut butter and jelly. Shout out to Coach E. So I get the long jump, doing long jump. Get the finals. They call me for high jump. I'm like, I wear 2 different spikes for high jump. I wear my max flies for long and triple jump spikes for high jump because I don't got high jump spikes, but it is what it is. I'm doing long jump and high jump at the same time, and they're not giving me like the break that I needed. They're not giving me the break that I needed because usually track meets, oh, you're doing 2 events, they'll give you a break, like they'll wait for you. They weren't waiting for me, so I'm like, man, I gotta focus on one of these. Like I was like, it's either long jump or high jump. I felt like I could win long jump. So I'm trying to put my focus in a long jump. I tell my coach, I'm like, just pass me to the next height. And then I'm long jumping. They come up to me, they was like, we can't pass you. I was like, why not? And they was like, oh, we're like in a rush. So I was like, if you're in a rush, just pass me. They didn't pass me, so I had to go do 6'2" with my
The other spikes.
yeah, my max flies. I had to do 6'2" with my max flies. Kind of roll my ankle a little bit because max flies they raise your heel. Roll my ankle, but I was fine. Roll my ankle, get the long jump, exhausted. Like as soon as I got done long jump, I mean high jump, I had to go long jump again because they were waiting for me. So I'm like, bro, I long jumped. I think I jumped like 20. I was gassed. Get to the finals. I think I attempted 6'6". I don't remember if I cleared it. Probably didn't. Probably didn't clear 6'6", so I was tired. And I was like, I'm over it. I'm over it. I usually don't care but I knew like I could do more if I had like a longer break period. But it would once again, they was like, "Oh, you're in third," and I was like, "All right, it's fine." Get the long jump. My last jump, adrenaline boost. Like I don't know where it came from, just like body spiked up in like temperature. I sprint way behind the board. I feel like I would not like I would have PR, but my indoor PR, I feel like it would have been crazy. I was way behind the board, like 2 feet behind the board, but I still managed to jump like a 22:10. And I was like, bro, if I was on the board, for me, it's not about winning. It's about the mark because like the mark, I could jump 25 and be in last place, but I jumped 25. That's good for me. So at States, I was like, well, I jumped 22:10 and Sully won. I was like, he won, so I'm happy for him. And the dude, he won high jump. So I'm like, oh, everybody winning, happy for them. So that's pretty much how the track meet went. But after the adrenaline wore down, I realized how sick I was. I was on a bus like just going through it, crying, not crying because like I was upset, but the body sick. So it was just a whole lot of emotions and feeling because I was sick and doing 3 events. Like my body in the moment didn't feel tired. It was more of like I knew it was slowing down like from when I started. Like I wish it would have went long jump, triple jump, then high jump, or long jump, high jump, then triple, because triple is the most demanding. I did the most demanding first. But I couldn't complain about the order. I just made it do.
So you go through all of that, you go to the All-State banquet the next month, and you're named Boys Athlete of the Year, the top athlete in the state of Delaware, which is picked by the coaches across the state. And you were very surprised
Mm,
to get that award. Describe those emotions and that night.
man. So I was before All-State banquet, I was trolling from with Jada from Middletown and my coach, Coach Daly from my jumpers coach. I was like, bro, imagine I get athlete of the year. I was just saying it because I didn't think I was gonna get it because I didn't break no state records. Like I already knew Turpin had it. Leah Turpin, I already knew she had the girls, but I'm thinking someone from Middletown going to have the athlete of the year. Cause I'm like, it's Middletown, they breaking state records. I'm just one jumper. I ain't break nothing. So I'm like, why it would go to me? So I'm sitting there trolling. They called Turpin. She didn't do her speech or whatever. I'm trolling my coach. I'm like, yo, imagine they called my name. And then I looked down at my phone and you said something about high jump. I look up. I was like, wait, that's me. And he said 6'10" first try. That's me. Couldn't even control myself after that. So I was like so excited. I was like, bro, I did it. And through my head, I was like, why me? But then my boy Jaden Brown from Tech, he was like, bro, you have to remember you did all three jumps, and for all three jumps, you're close to the state record. And I was like, yeah, I guess you right. But to me, I'm like, I didn't break them. But he was like, bro, you're literally right on the mark. And I was like, I guess so. Like I wasn't. I felt like I needed to do more to get it, but it wasn't hitting me that what I done already was like already crazy. I'm just thinking, oh, it's three jumps, three marks. Cool. No record is broken. But to them, to other people that don't do it, they're like, he doing all three jumps. And number one for all three jumps and held it the whole season. They're like, oh my God, that's crazy. So when I got on the stage, shaking, like I've never spoken on a microphone before. So I'm sitting there, bro, what do I say? I already know I had to shout out Middletown because Middletown, my jumpers coach, he's good. He's like supportive. He's supportive, but like he can only help me to it like only so much. Like I'm to the point where like he can't tell me nothing. So I'm like, bro, I don't know what else to do. Like he only can help the beginners because they're learning, but I'm already like mid, so he can't help me no more. So I'm like, bro, what do I do? I asked the Middletown jump coach, and he's been telling me some things. Like he hasn't been going in detail, but he's been telling me some things that's been helping me. That's been helping me like progress. But that whole night after I sat down, I was sitting there, bro, I did it. And I was looking through the list, and I was like, there's only two people from Tech that got it, me and Ugendi. So I'm like, and I already knew Ugendi, he got all my school records. He had all the school records for like everything. And I was like, nah, I'm gonna just hold the school records for the jumps. And I could beat it next Ugendi. But that was basically that whole night. On the way home, I took so many photos. I was like, bro, I took so many photos with athletes, with Jaden Feaster and them. Mostly people from Middletown, because like I didn't know other school. I didn't know no one else from other schools. I just been getting really close with Middletown, and that was basically that whole night.
Is Ugendi, who for those who don't know now is having a really strong college career at USC, is that somebody you look up to?
Yeah, I think yeah. Cause when I first, I know, not even I think I told him when he finally followed me back. I told him I was like, bro, freshman, nah. When I sophomore year, they told me like who he was. Like, I knew him freshman year, cause like I was around him. I knew who he was. I knew what he was
He
doing.
was a senior, right, when you were a
Yeah,
freshman? Okay.
yeah. So I talked to him, and he lived out. He used to like play basketball with us when I was younger. So I was like, I knew of him, but I didn't know what he was doing in track. Like I didn't know he was doing track since his freshman year, and he was just stacking up the medals. So when he graduated, I saw the medals. I'm like, golly, I'm trying to have the collection too. So when he left, I was like, I'm gonna be the next Ugendi. But I didn't know nothing about track. I didn't know he wasn't jumping. He was doing the field. He was doing like hurdles, all the sprinting events. And I was like, man, I don't need to be like the next Ugendi. I was like, I need to be like my own. So I'm like, I'm gonna be the Ugendi of jumpers. That's what I was saying. I was like, I'm gonna be Ugendi of jumpers because Ugendi he jumped, and then I think the school record for hit the long jump was like 23.7 or something like that. He did something crazy. It was like 23.5. I don't remember, but I broke that, and I was like, man, that's when I knew I was like, man, I'm actually getting somewhere because that's what he done, and he went to USC because I was like, man, if I do more than that, I'm gonna go somewhere too. But I feel like motivation wise, like track wise, pushing me track wise, he helped. He didn't help, but he was the like the goal. The goal was to be like where he was like at the top. So I was like, that's where I'm gonna be. And he didn't even follow me back to the end of like junior year. So I was
He
like,
made you
bro,
earn it.
yeah, I was like, bro, and he was looking at my story and wasn't following me back. So and I couldn't DM him because he only has it like where if you follow him, like if he follows you back, you could text him. So I was just sitting there watching him view my story and I couldn't even text him. I'm like, bro, like, but when he finally followed me back, I told him I've been talking to him every now and then about like track and whatnot mentally, all that. But he's really helped. He's like up here when it comes to helping. Cause like he knows good long jumpers like JC Stevenson or something like that. Like I asked him, but when I started long jump, not when I started long jump, but after I jumped like the 23.8, they was like, bro, you're jumping so flat. Like you're jumping flat, your rhythm's off. I have no coach. So I was like, what does this mean? And then I was like, you should ask your jumpers, like, how can I get better rhythm? He said a whole lot of nothing. Like it was something, but it was nothing to me. Like to this day, it's still nothing.
Yeah.
So I
Do you
don't
think
know,
it's like
but
is it like a different language, like the terminology or kind of like
yeah,
because sometimes when you hear somebody talking so specifically about their craft, whether it's jumps or throws or starts in sprints. It's like, you're thinking about very small body movements,
Yeah.
and they can be hard to describe. But once you get in that world, you're like, oh, I know what they're talking about. But to an average
Mm.
person, you're like, so you want me to
Yeah,
put my
it
foot at a different angle? Like, how's that going to
yeah.
make a difference?
It I'm not gonna break away too far from it because I'm still trying to make it a surprise. But I find what he told me, I finally understood in that practice, I jumped something crazy, like no wind aid. I think it's just because I'm outside the sun, melanin boost. That's what my teammates call it. But I jumped something crazy, like way over my PR on paper. So the next track meet, I already know outdoor. As long as I can repeat and get consistent of what like I learned, long jump state record, mine. Long jump state record, I can see that. I can see me breaking that. I think it's like 24.5. I can see me breaking that. Triple jump needs some work. High jump, as soon as I get like 7 foot, I already know I got 7 foot. I just need one meet to dedicate my mind on it. But as soon as I get 7 foot, I'm probably done with high jump because like high jump, it's kind of slowing me down from progressing in the horizontal jumps. Cause like it's sprinting and then you go to high jump, which is jumping up. And there's a athlete, Javon Harrison. He did long and high jump, but he didn't do long high jump and triple. So that's why I'm like, uh, I think after I get the state record for high jump, I'm gonna like distance off of it. And if I go to college, I said if when I go to college, if they want me to do high jump again, then I'll probably do whatever they tell me.
When you cleared 6'10" earlier this year,
Hmm.
was your next jump 7 foot?
Yeah, I cleared. I didn't. I said I cleared 7 foot. I did 7 foot. That was my first time messing up that whole track meet. I felt warm, but I went from starting at 6'2" to trying to clear 7 foot. So I was just jumping, 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 jumping. And then after 6'8", I was the only jumper left. So that's when I really started like burning energy. And I didn't realize. So when I got to 7 foot, my last attempt, I cleared it, dropped my hips. Was so disappointed. But I couldn't be disappointed as in like, oh, I did bad. Cause I just technically on paper PR'd. But I was like, bro, 7 foot was right there. And you just see the ball barely like the ball barely fall on the video. And I was just like, that's why I know I still have it again. I still have it again, but I'd have to really focus on high jump to do it. That's why it's not my main priority because I know it's
Sure.
there. But like the other jumps, other than long jump, triple jump, that's why I know like high jump. I just know all the jumps, the state records, they're there. I just gotta get a good track meet when I can do it. Even if it's at states or meet a champs, as long as I get a good track meet to focus on it without being burnt, that's they mine.
The last thing I wanted to ask you, and I didn't prep you on this, but I think it might be a fun feature for this. I wanted you to name, and brought up a couple guys already, but three athletes from other schools. Doesn't have to necessarily be track and field, but three other high school athletes that you see and want to recognize that are doing big things. Could be track, could be other sports that you might keep an eye on. Just
Mm.
curious, as an athlete yourself, who you're seeing out there that makes you, uh, you know, that you're taking notice of.
Man, the first two are from my school, Tyrese White and Jaden Brown. I say Tyrese White because even though he has no throwers coach at all, but watching his progress, like it's to the point where his throwing is getting so good. He taught me throwing in one day, and I threw like a 120, and I was like, huh? But he's not getting like noticed because he got people like Max Tades throwing like 200s, and that's not his fault though. That's not his
Sure.
fault. So that's why I'm like, if he had a coach, man, he'd be doing good too. But it's like he's to the like he doesn't know what to do. That's why I'm like, he needs some spotlight. They think it's just all at me at Tech. Like, oh, they think of Tech, they think of me. But I want them to think of like other people too, because he's doing good with what he has. Like he's trying his hardest with what he has. The
Okay.
next one, Jaden Brown. Jaden Brown, he got hurt last year, like completely tore his quad, and then came back this year and is doing. Like, seen the progress that he's making. It might not be major progress, but it's definitely bigger than what he started with because he tore his quad. and he's making that progress back very quickly. In indoor, he was like making crazy progress in indoor, and in outdoor, I just oh my gosh, it happened. The best things happen at practice. What he done at practice, I'm like, man, I already know. I already know he about to do something great outdoor. And the last one, I don't know his name, but his name is like Kai, like Kai. That's what they call him. I gotta search him on Instagram. Him in hurdles, he won states for the
Kai
hurdles.
Thornton from Sussex Central.
Yes, bro. Oh my gosh. Him, like the work. Oh my, oh yeah, that's his name, Kai Thornton. The work I seen him, like I didn't meet him until New Balance. New Balance, he was talking to me indoor. The work I seen him do, oh my God. And I've never heard no one talk about him. Like, so I
Yeah, I think
definitely
he
got,
surprised some people with that
yeah.
hurdles race. He had a really good race at the state meet.
Oh my, it was like, so like no one talks about him. Like I've never known, I didn't know him until New Balance. He was talking to me. And I was like, you go to Delaware? And so I definitely got shout, bro, because I didn't even know who he was. He was like, oh, you're that jumpers guy. And I'm like, yeah, that's me. And I was like, where are you from? He's, bro, I'm Delaware. I was like, huh? So I definitely got shout him out too. But I couldn't give it to like someone like
No,
people
those are
already,
great. Those are great
yeah.
because you're spotlighting some people that don't already have the spotlight, which I
Hmm.
think is the spirit of that question. So I appreciate that. Yeah.
Hmm.
All right. Well, he's the jumps guy. That's Jordan Welch from Sussex Tech. Jordan, anything else for the cause? Appreciate you coming on.
For the cause, any athletes that's watching, please do not compare yourself to any other athlete. Do not compare
Mm.
yourself to me. Track is a mental thing. If your mental is already trash and you are comparing yourself to another athlete, you already lost because you are comparing yourself. Don't compare yourself like you could compare from where you started. Compare where you started. Like I started 18 long jump. Now I'm at 23, 8.5. Don't compare yourself to other someone else because they progressed quickly. Think about your own journey because everybody's story it's not as long. It's not as long, but that's one thing. That's the only thing I had to say. It really helps.